reported today in The Verge. Z-Wave is making a huge change so it doesn't get left behind in the smart home wars. When Apple, Google, Amazon, and Zigbee announced that they were going to work together on a common smart home standard yesterday, one huge name was missing: Z-Wave, a system meant for low-power smart devices like locks and light bulbs. The competing smart home system has long been criticized by rivals as not truly being an open standard, despite outward appearances otherwise, and it's easy to imagine that's why it was left out. So today, the Z-Wave Alliance is making an announcement that would seem to fix that. It's going to open up a part of the standard that's long been locked down as a money-making scheme, theoretically turning Z-Wave into a fully open rival. Until now, a single company, which just happens to own and develop Z-Wave, has been responsible for providing all of the chips for Z-Wave radios. That means there's no competition driving down prices, and if Z-Wave were to ever become truly dominant, that company, Silicon Labs, would be in a position to make a whole lot of money. With today's change, Silicon Labs is going to start letting other companies make Z-Wave radios, too. That addresses the biggest ongoing complaint with Z-Wave, that Silicon Labs, and Sigma Designs, which owned Z-Wave for years before it, effectively had control over the entire ecosystem. I would acknowledge that seemed to have been the only objection I was always confronted with, Mitchell Klein, executive director of the Z-Wave Alliance, said on a call with The Verge. The goal is to eventually turn Z-Wave into a completely open standard. Even the Z-Wave Alliance, an apparent standards body, which seems to mostly be in charge of certifying device compatibility, will be spun out into a fully independent organization in charge of developing Z-Wave, rather than existing as part of Silicon Labs. More details about the spin-off will be announced in the forthcoming months, Klein said. That would turn Silicon Labs into just one company among many that are trying to make money off of Z-Wave. That might seem like a strange decision just a couple of years after buying the Z-Wave business for $240 million, but it's a risk that makes somewhat more sense under Silicon Labs than it would have under prior owners. Silicon Labs' main business is selling radios for all kinds of smart devices, including those that work with competing connectivity systems. Its radios are inside Philips Hue light bulbs, IKEA Trad-free products, Ring's alarm system, and even Amazon's Echo Plus, says Johan Pedersen, Silicon Labs manager of smart home marketing. With an already successful radio business, and the only Z-Wave radio business around at this point, Silicon Labs thinks it'll be able to compete just fine with other entrants. The hope is that, by opening Z-Wave up, adoption. For more on this story, visit the news article link.